Welcome to The Explainer. We're here to distill complex tech docs and implementation strategies into a crystal clear roadmap for your growing company. I'm your host, and here at Live Shuffle, where we actually specialize in seamless 20-core CRM integrations, I spend pretty much every day helping technical founders navigate their software architecture. Today, we're looking at the absolute foundation of your company's operations. Look, if you get this right, you literally build an engine for scale. But get it wrong? Well, you're basically building a cage. So today we're exploring a massive crossroads for business founders. You really have to ask yourself, is your current customer management setup helping you scale, or is it holding you back from your true potential? Far too often, companies wait until their team is just entirely drowning in unorganized data before they realize their software has become this massive bottleneck. And what does that bottleneck actually look like? Well, it looks like siloed departments that have zero idea what the others are doing. It's dropped leads, missed follow-ups, and honestly, worst of all, a highly paid sales team spending way more time fighting the software than actually closing deals. All right, let's look at today's roadmap. We're going to cover mapping the CRM landscape, the whole ready-made versus custom dilemma, the 20 alternative, and finally, the keys to successful implementation. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, mapping the CRM landscape and categorizing your data needs. We really have to begin right here at the foundation, because without a structured management system, a rapidly growing business is inevitably going to hit a brick wall of communication chaos and lost opportunities. You simply can't make an informed decision without knowing exactly what kind of data needs you're trying to solve. CRMs generally serve three main purposes. First up, you have operational tools. Think of these for your daily lead management, automating those repetitive processes and handling direct client support. Next, we have analytical platforms. These are built for deep data forecasting, evaluating your marketing channels, and segmenting your audience so you can actually make data-driven decisions. And finally, collaborative systems. These act like the central nervous system, keeping disparate departments like sales, marketing, and logistics totally synced up in a single digital space. And understanding this distinction is absolutely critical for a founder. A super common and frankly incredibly costly mistake is buying this massively expensive analytical CRM when all your team actually needed was a simple operational tool to just manage daily leads. Now, when you're deploying these systems, you face a big choice between cloud and local server environments. Cloud solutions offer this incredibly easy access and fast setup, but they do come with potential security trade-offs, right? Because you're handing over your sensitive customer data to a third party. Local servers, on the flip side, give you absolute control, a total fortress of privacy, but they demand much higher maintenance and infrastructure costs. It's the classic trade-off. Cloud software is super easy to spin up, but you don't truly hold the keys to the castle. Local servers give you those keys, for sure, but then you're the one paying for the guards, the power, and all the ongoing tech upkeep. Moving on to Section 2, ready-made versus custom, the founder's dilemma. So now we arrive at the first major crossroads for a technical founder. Do you buy a pre-made system right off the shelf, or do you commission a custom build from scratch? This is a huge strategic decision, and it dictates not just how fast you can launch right now, but how your entire business architecture is going to operate years down the line. Let's compare them directly. Boxed, ready-made options offer a really quick start, but they hit a hard scalability ceiling, and you get hit with continuous recurring fees. You're often paying for these universal modules that your team doesn't even touch. Custom builds, conversely, require a lot more upfront investment, but they scale infinitely without those pesky per-user SaaS costs. Let's talk about SaaS bloat for a quick minute here. When you're a team of 10, a per-user monthly fee seems completely harmless. But when you scale from 10 to 100 employees, suddenly your box software costs skyrocket to thousands of dollars a month for features you are actively outgrowing. A custom build means zero ongoing subscription bloat, which is just a massive financial advantage as your headcount goes up. There is this really crucial point highlighted by implementation experts at Avada CRM about this exact dilemma. They say, you do not adapt to the system. It is built around your business. I really want you to think about that for a second. A custom solution prevents you from forcing your totally unique business processes into a rigid one-size-fits-all template. Look, as a technical founder, you probably built your product to disrupt the norm, so your internal operations are probably pretty unique too. If you find yourself literally changing how your sales team fundamentally works just to fit the software you bought, well, your software is actively failing you. The tools should bend to your will, not the other way around. Let's head into Section 3, the 20 alternative, secured extensibility. But what if you're a technical founder who wants that ultimate flexibility of a custom build, but without having to start from absolute zero? Well, this is where the landscape is radically shifting. Enter 20. It's an alternative that bridges this exact gap by offering a fully functional, production-ready CRM that's specifically designed to be easily reshaped and extended as your company evolves. Like I mentioned earlier, here at Live Shuffle, this is exactly why our integration offerings focus so heavily on 20. We bridge the gap between off-the-shelf and custom solutions by giving founders the immediate head start of a boxed product, but paired with the limitless ceiling of a custom build. You essentially get to hook your existing workflows into a platform that genuinely adapts to you. So why do technical teams and founders vastly prefer building on 20 over rigid legacy software? Well, primarily because it utilizes a modern React and TypeScript stack. Guys, this is huge. Your team doesn't have to spend months learning some archaic, proprietary, gate-kept language like Apex just to make basic operational tweaks. They can use the modern web languages they literally already know. Plus, 20 offers self-hosting and guarantees absolutely no vendor lock-in, meaning you own your data entirely. You aren't held hostage by unpredictable license cost increases, and you are never forced onto a pricing tier that just doesn't make any sense for your business model.
It also provides what we call secured extensibility. This allows you to define custom data objects, seamlessly integrate your own APIs, and even safely deploy autonomous AI agents right within your strict permission models. What this means in actual practice is that you aren't compromising your data fortress just to achieve powerful AI automation. If you want to build your own custom lead scoring algorithms or craft highly bespoke outbound workflows, you just build them. The platform gets out of your way, secures your data locally, and gives you the exact tools you need to automate your operations safely.
All right, our final section, Section 4, Keys to Successful Implementation, the Deployment Blueprint. Because honestly, picking the right software is only half the battle. The rollout is where most companies actually fail. Let's look at the reality of deploying your chosen software to your real human team. A successful implementation is a strict, multi-step process. It starts with a deep audit of your business processes, moves through customization and precise data transfer, and relies heavily on rigorous testing and employee training. Now, I really want to emphasize stage 4 here, data transfer. You absolutely cannot skip or rush this step. I have personally seen technically perfect, beautiful custom deployments completely ruined on day 1, all because the imported data was a total mess. If you bring over dirty, duplicated, outdated data from your old Excel sheets, your sales team is going to log in, see the mess, and instantly lose trust in the new system. And let me tell you, once you lose that trust, getting it back is nearly impossible. The technology itself is only as effective as its setup. Severe user resistance and sloppy data migration can derail even the most sophisticated, ridiculously expensive platform on the market. If your team doesn't understand why the change is happening, or if they haven't been properly trained on the new workflows, well, you know exactly what they're going to do. They will quietly, inevitably go right back to using their personal hidden spreadsheets. We have all seen it happen, and it is the absolute death of data visibility for a founder. So to guarantee long-term success, you must have a few things in place. Clear KPIs, active involvement from top management, a phased rollout to catch errors early, and dedicated post-launch technical support so you can adapt as you grow. Let's quickly touch on top management involvement. This does not just mean signing the check. If the leaders of the company aren't actively logging in, checking dashboards, and managing through the new CRM, the team won't use it either. Leadership literally has to lead by example. Also, a big rollout shouldn't happen overnight. Roll it out to a small test group first, refine the pain points they uncover, and then, and only then, bring the rest of the company on board. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to consider this absolutely critical question regarding your company's long-term data architecture and operational tools. Are you adapting your business to your CRM, or is your CRM adapting to you? Seriously, take a hard look at your current processes today. Are your teams creating strange, convoluted workarounds and doing manual data entry just to satisfy the arbitrary limitations of your current software? Your CRM should act as the intellectual foundation of your business. So ensure you choose a path, whether that's a tailored custom build from scratch or an incredibly flexible platform like 20 that empowers your scale rather than restricting it. Remember, you aren't just buying a tool here. You're designing the central nervous system of your future growth. So I'll leave you with this. What intellectual foundation are you building today?